What's going on, everybody? Nico here with the Wooden Spoon, and this is another episode of The Sit Down, and I'm joined by Giusy, aka at Sicilian Baby on TikTok, with quite a TikTok following, I might say. So how's it going? How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Where are you calling from?
Michigan.
Michigan? Okay. So have you always,
Yes.
are you from Sicily or?
I'm from Sicily.
Okay, whereabouts in Sicily?
Near Palermo. So
Okay.
Terracini. That's where I'm from. I came here 6 years ago.
Oh, 6 years.
I'm fresh. I'm fresh off the plane here.
For sure, for sure. How'd you end up in Michigan? Just family or?
Honestly, I was living in Illinois until 3 weeks ago. I just moved here. I have
Oh, wow.
family here. Yeah,
Nice.
so I've been in Illinois. Yeah, I've been in Illinois over there for 6 years, and I just recently moved here. So
Very cool.
yeah.
So what does the US have that Sicily doesn't? What was the reason for the move?
There was no reason. My parents literally tricked me into coming here.
They
I did
tricked you
not.
into coming to the United States.
Yes. And every time that I tell this story, nobody believes me. But they told me that they got me a ticket to come see my cousins because they live here. And I was like, okay, cool, because I haven't seen them in 2 years. So I was like, that's fucking great, bro. Like, let's go. And then I've been here like a month, and a week before coming back home, I was here alone, so I was staying with my aunt.
Mhm.
And my mom called me, and she was like, so do you like it there? And I was like, no. So I know I don't like it. I'm ready to go back home. And she was like, well, you're not coming back home. I was like, what the fuck do you mean coming back home? And she was like, no, you're staying there because me, your sister, and your brother are gonna come there in September. And I was like, you dead ass tricked me into coming here. And she was like, well, I knew you weren't gonna come if I told you that we were moving there. I was like,
Oh my God.
motherfucker. So yeah, that's the story of how my parents tricked me into coming
That's
here.
funny. How old were you at this point?
16. I'm 22 now.
Okay, yeah, so that's a tough age to move. Just the other
Yes.
side of the world.
Yes. And the worst part was that my mom grounded me the day before leaving because I came home late. So I couldn't even say goodbye to my friends, knowing that I wasn't coming back.
Oh my
Now
God.
that's an ass. Now that's an asshole move. That's an asshole move. It's an asshole move.
Wow. So how was the adjustment from
I was,
Sicily?
I was, I did not speak a word of English. My cousin did not speak any English, so it was pretty much me speaking to my uncles and my aunt the entire time.
Wow. Did
Yeah,
you like get thrown right into like American high school?
yes, I did get thrown away, and I
Wow.
cried the entire day first day in school, and I fell off the stairs because I was so stressed out. And I went to school, and I got dress coded because I didn't know that over here you can wear tank top to school. So I got like a tank top, and I was like, "What is wrong with y'all? This is stupid."
That's
So that was probably the worst day of my life.
I can imagine. So how was the adjustment period after that? How did you like even pick up the language?
I literally day by day was pretty much listening to music, listening to my cousins, because I was still hanging out with them, even though like I wasn't understanding them, and people in school, so little by little, and then it took me. I started making friends and shit. So, you know,
No.
literally, I don't know when it happened, but then it happened.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I'm 24 right now, just trying to learn Italian. I can't even. It's crazy. I guess you're almost like forced to
English.
learn it though.
No, the worst part was that the teachers were literally afraid of me because they didn't know what to do with me. So you have this foreign kid that doesn't know how to speak English, right? What do you do with it? What do you do with her? So the principal came in class because they would literally let me do whatever I wanted. So I was staying on my phone, I was sleeping in class, I was eating, I was going to the bathroom most of the time. I was living my best life. And then one day the principal came and he was like, we're gonna put you in the library so you can read. And I'm like, hey, how am I supposed to read if I can't read? Like, well, what are we doing here? So they just put me in the library for most of my days.
Man,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, the teachers were literally no help. I was like, I literally passed high school without knowing one word of English. That tells you a lot about English education, American education.
I know it's weird though. Public schools just seem to like just keep pushing people through
No,
every year.
because in Italy, like it's completely different. And like when I moved there and they were like transferring all my classes and my grades, they were like, well, technically you could actually graduate now. So I'm my junior year because I already have everything and more. And they were, but we're gonna still let you go to school because you don't know English. I was like, but cool.
Man, that's great. What other like immediate like kind of like culture shocks besides the language did you get?
Uh, that I couldn't go out anymore.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's a big one.
I couldn't drink, I couldn't smoke, I couldn't do anything. I had to be 18, I had to be 21 to go to the bars and shit. And I was like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, what the fuck do you guys do? And I will never forget this, but when I went to my first party, my first American party, my first country as American party, right?
Mhm.
So my friend told me we're gonna go to a party. I was like, finally, finally, we're going to a party. And they took me to a bonfire. I was like,
Yeah.
when are we going to the party? And they're like, this is the party. I was like, no, no.
Yeah, bonfires are huge in the States. Everybody loves a good bonfire.
Do I look like someone that goes to bonfire? Because I don't.
All
I
right.
don't.
So after high school, then what happened? Did you go to college or did you?
I took a year off and then I went to beauty school. That's what
Nice.
I did.
Very
So
cool.
now I'm an esthetician and that's it pretty much.
Awesome. Good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
you recently like just kind of popped off on TikTok. What was that like?
I don't know. I I do videos for my own entertainment so I can laugh at myself.
Mhm.
And then you have all these Italians coming on me, calling me I'm fake and shit because my videos only in English. I'm like, I'm sorry I speak English and you don't like.
It's like such a that's like a thing recently. There's a lot of Italians even coming after me and my page, which I mean I get it
Oh,
sometimes. I don't speak the language necessarily. I'm trying to learn, but what are you gonna do? But everyone's like coming at Italian Americans, and then there's Italian Americans coming at Italians, and then there's like so much fighting, and I don't I don't get it. You're like you should be like almost you're like the perfect example. Someone who moved to America recently from Italy.
yes, when I say that I'm actually from there, then they don't say anything back because they can't say shit back because they're like, oh shit. And I talk to them in Italian too, so they're like, "You want to talk shit? Let's talk shit. Like, I'll talk to you, baby. We can have this conversation."
I know that's so funny. So, do you make any content like in Italian, or is it all just in English?
I mean, this is the thing. I have most of my followers from here,
Hmm.
so if I did make Italian content, who is gonna understand it? Because yes, we're all Italians, but at the end of the day, who are the Italians that actually speak Italian here?
Yeah, I think it'd almost be cool to make the same video with like just different captions on it because you do a lot of caption videos.
I do a lot of caption videos. But I don't know. It's just different over here because I had a lot of people that come at me saying that they're Italian and stuff, and then I'm like, "Oh, you speak Italian?" No, I don't. Like, okay. Then what are we doing?
I know that's insane. So, what's I guess a question that I would have would be like, what was just Italy like, and just in general, being a teenager in modern day Italy? Because in America, it's so like Italy is like so romanticized and like oh Italy under the Tuscan sun and like old like all old school. So what's like an average like what's life like just being a
Okay, so
teenager in Italy?
I'm gonna start by saying I live in Sicily. Okay, so I'm all the way down. I'm all the way down over there.
Mhm.
Now we have this type of stereotype, I'm gonna say, that Italian people that actually live in Italy, right? They do not like us because we're from Sicily. They think we're dirty, they think we're criminals because that's where most of the mob shit goes on, right?
Mhm.
In Sicily. And therefore, you have that. And I don't wanna say it's true, but it is definitely different from living in Italy.
Mhm.
We are more loud. We do not give a fuck about the rules. You can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want as a teenager. I started going out when I was 14, I think. to the bars and shit, and they do not give a fuck. As long as you can reach the counter to pay, they do not care. They do not ask questions. Same thing with school. You could bring alcohol to school. The teachers would drink for you. You could go and smoke for your teachers. They did not give a fuck. It was literally like you can pretty much do whatever you want. And then I come over here when the land of the freedom, and I can do shit. And I'm like, shit, take me back. But it was definitely different because I lived in an island. So I was pretty much most of my days I spent at the beach. I walked everywhere and everything was there, and that's overpopulated. You got a lot of people, you got a lot of nightlife, and then I moved to Bumfuck, Illinois, where there's nothing there, and I have to drive 2 hours just to go to the mall. That was definitely a shock.
That's insane. That's so crazy. So did you live anywhere near Chicago or anything?
I was 4 hours away from Chicago, but I do.
Yeah, you were out. You were in the boonies. That's it.
Yeah, I was all over there. And then when I started going to the clubs and shit, and like there was a college near me, so most of the people there were from Chicago. So that's all my friends. And then I started going out in Chicago. But yeah, I'm 4 hours away from them.
Wow, that's a crazy culture shock for sure.
No, it was a crazy culture shock.
So what would you say, like, because I'm fascinated by like Sicilian culture. My dad's Sicilian. His family's all from Sicily. What would be like a good tourist spot in Sicily or somewhere to travel to?
Literally everywhere. We got a lot of tourists over there in Terracini. Like the beaches are beautiful. Everywhere you go, there's like some type of culture shit. You know, we got churches, beautiful ass churches, Spanish churches everywhere, beautiful beaches everywhere. I can't really tell you a spot because it's like that everywhere.
Have you been back since you've moved to the States?
Yes, I've been back twice. I was supposed to go back this year, but
coronavirus.
Corona. They literally canceled my ticket without even telling me, which it pissed me off even more. Because I was like, so when were you gonna tell me? So when I get to Chicago at the airport? Because one of my friends from New York, I see her whenever I go there. She was like, "You're still going back? Are you still going back home?" And I was like, "Of course I'm going back home. Do you really think a pandemic is gonna stop me from going party? No, I don't care." And this when everything just started. And she was like, "Well, you might want to call because they canceled my ticket."
Wow.
And I was like, "Hold up." So I called, and then they say because I had a stop in New York, because I was gonna fly from from Chicago to New York. I had a stop there, and then it was gonna be direct to Sicily. And then they told me that they canceled every single flight that had a stop in New York because that's where the Corona shit was going on hard. And I cried for 2 weeks.
What month was this? Was this like March, April?
In March, that's when I found out.
Okay.
And I was supposed to be there July 7th.
Oh.
And I didn't go. And I ruined my summer.
That's rough. I know, but then I saw something about Sicily's like trying to bump up their tourism and like paying for like your flights.
Because Sicily is based on tourism. That's when everybody starts working. Pretty much all my friends, they don't work all year, and then summer comes around and everybody works because it's a tourist based place, you know. In the winter there's nothing to do, and then in the summer you get tourists from everywhere. Like if you get a job at the airport over there, you made it in life. You're set for life.
Yeah.
They treat you like you're a goddess for doing that shit.
Yeah, that's cool. So, I mean, I've never really spoken to anybody just like straight from Italy coming to America. So I've got like all these questions because I'm like just recently discovering stuff like Italian music, like today, like Capo Plaza. So if you had to like put me on to Italian music, like, or if somebody asks you like, what are like the top Italian musicians, like pop and rap, like who are you suggesting?
There's a lot.
I guess top 3 or top 5.
Giusy Ferreri, that's my first one. Then Rockland, that pretty much make music for immigrant because that's what I listen to. It makes me feel so nice. I feel somebody understands me. And then Baby K is my third one, and Marrone. I have a bunch. I listen to a lot of Italian music.
Yeah.
So,
Because I'm like fascinated by Italian rap, and I don't know why it's not as big in the States, because there's like Spanish rap
because
and Cuban, like Luis Fonsi, and like there's all these great, like, Eros
look,
from.
I force my friends to listen to my Italian songs. This is
Mhm.
why I always offer myself to drive, because then they can't say shit because it's my car. You can,
Yeah,
and
you
they
get
always get pissed off. And they're like, "Is this Italian or Mexican?" And I'm like, "Bro." Because this is the thing, Italian people a lot of time include like Spanish singers, so we
yeah.
have a lot of mix there's a lot of Spanish and there's a lot of Italian in those songs,
Mhm.
especially during summer. They love to collab during summer. You get the boom of the Italian music.
I know I saw a song with Luis Fonsi, and I don't know how to pronounce the guy's last name. Eros Ramanat.
Okay, yes.
Like they did a song, and I thought that was amazing. And I don't know why this isn't as big. And I listened to
I
Capo
know.
Plaza because
No, look, it's really hard to find people that listen to that, because they don't, like, some people like don't understand it. Like if you don't understand Italian, then what would they listen to
I know. I
it?
bet nobody knows what the meaning of Desposito is, though. Still.
Like like in Sicily, everybody listens to English, to American music.
Oh, really?
Everybody listens to American music. Then they want to act all cool and shit because they know 4 words in English. Like I know, like it's even my friends, bro, they're fucking terrible over there.
All right. So, like, what are you doing now? Like with the pandemic, are you working or?
Yeah, I'm working at a salon that my cousin owns, so that's what I'm doing. I'm trying not to get depressed because this is depressing.
Yeah,
Uh,
my brother's a barber, so I know the struggle.
no, it is like it's terrible. But hopefully, the only thing in my mind is next year I get to go back home.
For sure. I've never been still. 24 years, never gone to Italy. I'm planning for next year, so hopefully.
Are your parents like from there?
All my grandparents are. My mom used to go every summer when she was a kid, so we just didn't get too lucky, I guess.
No, it's definitely like like once you go there for the first time during summer, don't ever go any other time. Go during from July to August. That's the best time to go, bro. It literally changes you.
I'm afraid I won't come back.
Yeah, and like you know how many time I tried and not come back.
I recently
And
saw
it's
there's an Instagram account. It's called Your Cheap Dream Home, and they've got like houses like all over Italy, Spain, and Greece for like $70,000, and they're right on the beach, and they're like 1, 2 bedrooms, and they're beautiful, and it's like you could have a dream home for less than like an apartment or in the States.
I will only go there for vacation. Like, look, it hurts. It hurts. I want to be back home so bad, but at the end of the day, it's really hard to find a job in Sicily. This is why everybody leaves. All my friends are leaving, and shit. I got a few because they don't have another choice. But
Yeah,
it
I
hurts.
was gonna ask you, would you have had the same opportunities in Sicily as the States? No.
No, no way. This is why I'm still here.
Hmm.
Because I was gonna go back when I was 2018, and I was like, when the fuck am I going?
Yeah,
But
that's
no.
great.
So as long as I get to go back in vacation, that's fine, I guess. And then
Yeah.
maybe when I'm old, I'll retire. Then.
That's
That's what
awesome.
everybody says.
Yeah. So where could everybody that's listening find you? What are your Instagram handles and your TikTok?
My what?
Your TikTok, your handle. I think you're at Sicilian Baby on TikTok. Where can everybody?
Yes, as Sicilian Baby. And then my Instagram is Juicy G. That's
Okay,
literally it.
we'll have it in the descriptions too. Well, I appreciate your time hopping on with me. This will be on probably in like a week or now or something like that. But everybody go check out at Sicilian Baby on TikTok. We should collab on something soon. I'll try to figure something out.
Oh, bro, for sure. We should collab.
100%. Well, I appreciate your
Definitely.
time. Have fun dealing with Corona.
Thank you. You too. I
Talk to you soon.
appreciate it. Okay. Bye.